Now, my next topic kind of goes hand in hand with this, just the laziness. I feel like this whole episode is going to be about the mediocrity and the laziness of America. And this is kind of a personal story here. I've been working on, I have some land in Tennessee that I basically started from scratch, and I've been trying to just build. It's kind of been like a passion project for me. So I have an RV down there. I have a shed down there, just a little bit. It's kind of my place to go on the weekends when I want to relax. I spent close to probably 25 grand on this spot, and I have been going out of my way to either hire individuals or hire people who own a small business to work on it. And every chance I've gotten, I've done the right thing by these people, and they've all basically just slapped me right in the face. And people are so worried about immigration and about China and trying to put tariffs on these other countries that are doing better work and are less lazy than us as a whole. And instead of thinking, maybe we could try harder, maybe we could work harder, maybe we can develop something so that we can compete against these foreign people coming into this country or these foreign people selling to our country, we're just like, nah, we gotta keep them out. We don't want any more immigrants. We don't want to buy anything else from China. We want to tax them as high as we can. And I think it is a two-way street. We're paying the individuals here a lot of money, and they're spending a lot of money. And that's why the inflation rate's so high. It's not because of Biden doing this. It's not because of Trump doing that. It's based on us as a society saying, okay, I'm not going to spend money until after the election. And then if my candidate is the winner, the country's going to be okay. Now, we should know that most of the people that are in office, when they're in office, what they're doing doesn't really take effect until after they're gone. Just kind of always been that way, unless you're talking about like the Emancipation Proclamation or the New Deal or something like that just takes effect and was so revolutionary that it just did its thing while that person was in office. But certain tax breaks, certain policies really don't shape up to fruition until after that candidate's long gone, or after that president is long gone, excuse me. So again, I think it is on us to work harder, to worry less about what everyone else is doing, and make sure that we're doing the best that we can do. And I know we're not used to that as America because we're just used to being lazy. We're used to not having to put the work in. We're used to just complaining about, it's always somebody else's fault. That's just as American as it can be. It's never, hey, we need to stop this. Hey, we need to try this. We need to fix this. It's like, oh, well, this is China's fault. This is the illegal immigrants' fault. This is the Democrats' fault. It's the Republicans' fault. It's all of our faults. Until we fix it, it's everybody's fault. It's all of our responsibilities. We live here. But again, it's just, if you're like, I don't think I'm perfect, but I do go out of my way to be self-aware. So if I know I'm doing something wrong, I don't think the first thing to do is to blame somebody else. The first thing I do is try and, what Michael Jackson say, look at the man in the mirror. So I look at myself and I think, okay, what can I be doing differently? And then I try to change what I can. And if someone else needs to be changed after that, hopefully I've done enough that it doesn't matter. But if it does, then I can say, okay, well, I know I'm not perfect. I know that I fixed all these things that were wrong. Let's see what you need to fix. And then before you know it, if everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, we'll be better as a whole, as a society. Now, something else I find interesting going off of that is the same people who want to complain about welfare and about people getting all this money on their taxes and whatever, they're the same people that use a tax code that was made to benefit them, while these other people who you say don't work or whatever, they're the ones, they're paying more tax than you are. And I think about your Elon Musk, your Donald Trumps, and even like your Walmarts, the companies who literally they're asking you to donate money or round up to the nearest dollar to support whatever, so they can use that as a tax break. Like everything that they do is used as an expense. And then you have people who are barely getting by and you're worried about the government giving them money that you paid. Meanwhile, have you seen how much we pay for our military? Have you seen how much we're paying for infrastructure? And those same people, you see them on the side of the road and you complain, oh, no one's doing any work. Like it's 20 people standing around to dig one hole. All of us are guilty of doing something that's making this worse, excuse me. And it's laziness. That's really all it is. I don't ever tell anybody, hey, you're not doing enough work, because I know I could always be doing more. But I'm not gonna go say, hey, you know what? You're not doing enough while I'm sitting on my tail. Or we don't need to have you getting welfare or you getting money back on your taxes because I have to pay that. What you're getting, you probably don't deserve anyway. I'm being real. And that's just how America is. And you can say it's a capitalism thing, but also people think socialism is so terrible. I think if one country deserves socialism, it's America. Because you have so many people complaining while they're out here living large and wasting money. And they're complaining about the little guy over here is working 2 or 3 jobs and is still under the poverty line. I think that's a lot of nerve. But, you know, the more you think about the stuff, the more it really makes me heated how so many people in this country are just complainers. That's all you do is complain. Instead of, okay, you know what? If I'm in the 1%, or heck, if I'm in the top 2%, I should be blessed with what I have. I shouldn't be like, oh, look, them over there on the bottom 10%, they're getting money back on their taxes. And they have 3 kids and they're barely able to eat. I mean, just worry about yourself. Mind your own business.